dot product in component form. Our 2025 paper, that answer we made in physics was exactly correct. One question we said not correct, and that got bonus. And one question answer was actually coming 272 point something. Okay, and option was 270. So we said it is not correct, but JEE Advanced gave this answer. Don't know why. Okay, one question was there of potential and conductor, those questions. Okay, multiple correct. So our was correct only. Dot product in component form. So here we can say if A vector we are defining as AX I cap plus AY J cap plus AZ K cap, and B vector is BX I cap plus BY J cap plus BZ K cap. So if you do A vector dot B vector, dot product is nothing but product only, right? So let's write down it like a product. Here A vector and after B vector. Dot product. Okay. So what will come? First AX, BX, these are numbers only. Okay. Dot product is actually happening between I cap and I cap. Okay. So I cap dot I cap 1. Okay. So AX into BX. Okay, then I dot, like how you multiply, like if I say A plus B into C plus D, how you will multiply? First A multiply with all 2, then B multiply with all 2, right? All, right? Like this. So first this AX I cap will multiply with this I dot J 0, I dot K 0. This is first term. Then after second term J dot I 0 plus J dot J 1. So AY BY plus 0 will come because J dot K 0 plus here K dot I 0 plus K dot J 0, K dot K, so AZ BZ. Okay, got it? So what came? A vector dot B vector, how much? AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. Okay, everyone agree? Next thing what we can say is that maximum value of A vector dot B vector is how much? Maximum value when possible. Like let's say I'm taking magnitude constant, okay, some A magnitude A and B magnitude B. When the dot product is maximum, when cos theta maximum when 0 degree, okay. So magnitude maximum possible is A magnitude into B magnitude, correct? And when theta equal to 0, and minimum possible when minus of A vector dot, when it is possible when theta is 180 degree. Agree? Okay. If both are perpendicular, then value is 0. Okay. If A vector and B vector are perpendicular, these are basically special cases, then what will come? 0. If okay, then this value A vector dot B vector is 0. Okay. And next what? Next we can say application of dot product, right? So where we can apply the dot product, that if you want to tell. Okay, first one is what? That if you want to find out angle between any of the two vectors, okay, any two vectors angle we want to find out. So what we can say, if that is given in component form I cap, J cap, K cap, so you can find out the dot product, right? So we can say A vector dot B vector is defined as magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos theta. So from here cos theta came how much? AB, correct? AB we can write down. Agree? Okay. This is one use that any of the two vectors given in 3D space also still we can find out the angle between them. Okay. This is also use case only if A vector and B vector is perpendicular, then dot product is 0. Okay. You have to verify that any two vectors are perpendicular to each other or not. Then you can do the dot product and check. Okay. Or if in one of the vectors one variable is given and it is said that these two vectors are perpendicular, then you can say their dot product should be 0. Okay. One is this application. Another application is what? Angle. Okay. So first note down this thing. Where from where? Here, na? So second use case is what? That let's say, let's talk directly x, y, z. Okay. Y, x, y talk. Okay. X, y, z axis are given and you have, this is the vector, A vector. Okay, in 3D. Z axis is coming here outward directly. Okay. And this vector is here somewhere like this. Okay. So the angle this vector is making with the x axis is alpha. Okay. And the angle it is making with the y axis is beta. And the angle it is making with the z axis is gamma. Understood? Can you find out alpha, beta and gamma? That's the question. Given that A vector is defined as ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. Can we find out alpha, beta, gamma? How? Dot product, same thing. Okay. So dot product, actually this is not the second case, it is that only first case only we are defining, right? So we can say A vector dot B vector, that is A vector dot I cap, okay, is giving me the angle with the x-axis, right? So magnitude of A into I cap magnitude into cos of alpha. Where cos alpha we got how much? A, this is A dot I is how much? Ax, na? Right? Because this one and this one 0, right? So this is how much? Ax by, let's magnitude of A, let's call it A only. Okay. Similarly, when you will solve, j cap will come, here j cap will come, and here cos beta will come. So cos beta will come how much? Ay by A, and cos gamma will come how much? Az by A. Agree? Okay. We know already that A square equals to Ax square plus Ay square plus Az square. Okay. Divide by A square that side. Ax by A ka whole square, Ay by A ka whole square, Az plus A ka, Az by A ka whole square, right? Ax by A is how much? Cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. So we can say cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is what? 1. Okay. If you put here cos square alpha, how much? 1 minus sin square alpha. Cos square beta 1 minus sin square beta, and here 1 minus sin square gamma equal to 1. Here 3 minus this will come complete quantity sine. Okay. And this side 1. So 2 will come. So here you will have summation, or you can say sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma equal to 2. Okay. This will come. Got my point? Next heading, this is kind of application only, but write down heading. Projection of A vector along B vector. And perpendicular also. Projection of a vector. Projection of a vector like this, right now. We'll study perpendicular and along both. Okay. So in this, what we say is that, let's say a vector is given this side B vector. Okay. And there is a vector like this. Okay. Can we say this is the angle between the vectors? Right? Okay. We want to find out A vector's projection along the B. First along the B only, right? Okay. So we can say here that projection will come how much? this way we can do a dot product. So this will come projection, right? Okay. Magnitude wise, if we think, so magnitude of projection of A vector along B vector, okay, will be how much? Can we say this is A cos theta, right? A cos theta. Just the magnitude only writing. So A cos theta. Cos theta is how much? A vector dot B vector divided by AB, correct? So that will be how much? So we have to understand. Okay, no need to remember formula. Got the point? So A cos theta. Sometimes I forget, you have to see the camera side. A cos theta how much? A vector dot B vector divided by AB. Okay, A got eliminated. Answer came what? A vector dot B vector by B. So here it can be written as B cap also, if you want to. Okay, A vector dot B cap. Like that also you can write down. No need to write down. We'll leave it here only. Next, if you want to write down this projection in form of vector form if you want to write down, okay, then what you will say, vector form, we can say vector projection of A vector along B vector, okay. So this is the magnitude, right? Direction is what? B cap, right? Direction is what? B cap, along the B, right? So that is the magnitude A vector dot B vector divided by B, and direction is B cap. That's in vector form, okay, correct. This is the along projection, okay. He can ask you the perpendicular projection also, okay. So if we say this is X, okay, and perpendicular projection is this will come, okay. One is this along and one is perpendicular, okay. So this we call as Y, let's say Y vector, okay. Can we say X vector plus Y vector is A vector, right? So Y vector is how much? A vector minus X vector. X we know na, along projection we know already, right? So this perpendicular projection how much came? A vector minus A vector dot B vector by B into B cap. That's it, answer. Got it? So he can ask you the perpendicular projection, he can ask you the magnitude of perpendicular projection, anything. Understood? If he is asking only magnitude, then you can reply directly also, which will be how much? A sin theta. Okay.